essential character EC3 controlling my narrative, and you are watching Young Kings Wrestling, and you have been warned. It's a good show.
This year, Halloween fell on a weekend. Me and Young Kings was trick-or-treating. Welcome to episode Friday the 113th of the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast, featuring the spooky soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming podcasts, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, among others. If you're listening on iTunes, leave us a review. Links to all the platforms are available at YKWrestling.com. And as you know, the month of October ends tonight on Halloween, but it's still breast cancer awareness year round. So go and get you some of those NWO, Black Lives Matter, breast cancer awareness t-shirts. Just go to YKWrestling.com, hit that link tree that says "What a Maneuver." It is right there. Now, if you follow us on Twitter, join in the conversation using the hashtag YKWPod. As always, I am the Joker, TC Fontaine. And looks like I'm alone. I don't know where my host is. He was here. Oh, there he is. Hello. Joined by the shape ravishing Reek Rude. Hello, sir. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. As he nods his head twice. And so I hope he speaks at some point during this episode, because I can't do this by myself. Shout out to all y'all watching on YouTube. We are here. Oh shit, I don't know what he's doing. Seen it on YouTube. But he's here. We are here.
What's up?
Oh, he talks. He talks. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm cool. I'm living this good life right now.
You're not hot in that mask?
I'm getting it. I'm getting on the whole time. I can tell you that right now.
Facts.
I got about 30 more seconds.
Seconds.
Oh man.
I don't see how Jeff Hardy does this shit the way he does it. Like, yeah, this is work. Yeah, this is some work for me. You see how raggedy it looked, like, but then Heath Ledger's shit looked raggedy too. So I'm going for it. We here. Hey man, if you missed it earlier this week, go check out our reaction to R-Truth's Legacy music video. It is there. Big shout out to R-Truth. He did his thing. He recorded that like 2 years ago. It's just now ready. Some of this shit happens, man. Some movies take forever to come out. Music videos take a long time to come out too. So it was a fun video. He had the US belt. Should have had a 24/7 title, but he did have a US title. So mask coming over. Mask off. Woo. As we wait, we just gonna wait.
Yeah, it's hot.
Hey, man. Hey. See, as me as an actor, I would have tried to keep it on the whole episode, but I was gonna wear a mask too. I was like, nah, it might get a little hot.
Hey man, we black. We can't do that for a long time.
Oh, thanks. That's why we not serial killers. Like,
Oh
I don't think none of them Halloween killers are black.
nah.
Like, we know Jason not black.
Hell no.
Like Michael. Oh, did they ever say Michael Myers was black?
Ain't no way.
We ain't that invincible.
Nah.
We know Freddy Krueger white.
Dude couldn't step outside a building without getting shot.
Man. Oh yeah, that did. It wouldn't have been 10 Halloween movies. That shit would have been over the first one.
Oh nah, they had the SWAT team, the
That movie would have been 20 minutes long. Hey man. So I was trying to watch some wrestling this past week, like some old wrestling. It's Survivor Series season. So I was gonna watch Survivor Series 1999 when The Rock got crowned. That was in 98 when The Rock got crowned. Whatever one The Rock got crowned, I can't remember.
98.
99 was the one where Rikishi ran over Stone Cold Steve Austin and Big Show won the title. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was trying to watch 98, but I got caught up in an SVU binge. I realized I did not watch the latest 500th episode of SVU. I started watching that, and I started watching some old seasons of SVU. I watched like 6 episodes straight, and I was like, man, fuck wrestling.
Yeah, that 500 episode was a doozy.
Oh man, I've never hated Olivia Benson in my life, and I was like, bitch. I just repeated, it was like, bitch, really,
Like,
the whole episode.
How you running the squad and you falling for the same shit that people be falling for? Like, come on, man.
Spoiler alert, she got her shit together by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. Elsewhere wrestling, some very somber news. Hopefully it's not as bad as it seems to be, but I don't know. Ring of Honor looks like they are taking a hiatus for 2022. Let everybody go from their contracts. Not looking good. Which I unfortunately said that like 2 years ago during our decade preview. I was just like, man, Ring of Honor probably ain't gonna last for the rest of the decade.
Yeah, like
I actually I don't think that was the end of the year. I think that was something happened with Marty Scurll at some point, like before the speaking out stuff, but it was something else happened with him, and I was like, yeah, this isn't going to last that long. And lo and behold, it took like 2 years. I might have to go play the lottery or gamble or something if I'm that accurate on this type of stuff. But I hate it. Unfortunately, guys are out of a job starting at the beginning of the year. They got like one other show left that folks are going to be able to work and get paid for it, or getting paid up until the end of their contracts. Where should some of these Ring of Honor guys land? I'm going to start off first. I needs to see me, John Gresham versus Bryan Danielson as soon as possible. That's me. I need that.
That was the first name I was gonna mention. Like, I got to get him over in AEW. Like, he got a couple ones he got to run over there.
We got an audit update, but I mean, if you hesitant to put some black guys in AEW, John Gresham is the one. He fits the mold, man. Like, he wrestles similar style. A lot of the guys there. He's the same height as a lot of the guys there. He's a short guy. He's not that big. The only thing he doesn't have in common is that he's black. So don't let that deter you from giving this man a chance on your roster. I want to see him versus Bryan Danielson. I want to see him versus Jon Moxley. I want to see him versus Eddie Kingston. I want to see him versus Lance Archer whenever he come back. I don't know how he doing after taking that fall, but hopefully he's good. He can go. There's a lot of guys I want to see him go against. And if he's not going to go to AEW, there's a New Japan dojo in Los Angeles he can go to too and wrestle for New Japan Strong. A lot of guys I could see him tangling with over there.
Yeah.
So give me John Gresham. Give me what I've been waiting for since I was about 15 years old, and that's Jay Lethal in World Wrestling Entertainment. I just think that's the one stop. He just has to make that stop at some point in his life. I want to see him in that ring, I think they can do some stuff with my guy. Put him down to NXT if you don't want to put him on the main roster.
Oh yeah,
let him be a vet working in NXT. You know, build some of these guys up. Give him a performance center job or something. He deserves that.
Yeah, I don't honestly don't even want him going over to Raw or SmackDown because I don't even want to see how they mess that up. NXT would get the most quality out of him. I would have probably said they put Jay Lethal in AEW, but I mean either one works for me. Like that's cool. I would say send Maria to Impact.
Maria?
Yeah. Cause I feel like it's not like AEW couldn't use her, but I don't know how that fits in. Like you have to put her with somebody because the majority of these women aren't just, by themselves most of the time anyway. Like unless you like Ruby or Thunder Rosa, like all these women got stables and groups, factions, all this other shit. So it's like, you just bring her in there, unless she's part of somebody's faction or whatever, then it's kind of like you're gonna get, not lost in the shuffle, but it's gonna be hard to figure out where to put her at. And at least in Impact, she can just keep doing her thing, and it's not going to be lost on anybody.
Yeah, and also give me Shane Taylor promotions. Let me get some of that somewhere. I need somewhere. Throw them in AEW. I don't see where they fit in AEW. WWE, I don't see where they fit in there either, to be honest with you, but I just want to see them versus the Hurt Business. I seen people suggest that STP is the best faction around, and the MVP laughed it off. So don't tease me. Give me that Hurt Business versus STP. Give me that.
Well.
And give me Trisha Dora in NXT as well. Like, I think she's ready.
She is Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah.
Or like
was. Yeah.
Yeah, I need that.
Notice I said all the black people. That's what I'm familiar with. I don't really watch Ring of Honor. I'm not too familiar with anybody. Briscoes, they can go to AEW. That's a good spot for them.
Oh shit. That's right. Yeah.
I'm surprised. I was so surprised Briscoes were still in Ring of Honor. Yeah. They were in Ring of Honor when I was in high school.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Those Briscoes, same ones.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Ring of Honor was my introduction to independent wrestling. CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness, Samoa Joe. Yeah, that was the four. That was the four core. I actually found out about Ring of Honor about a year into CM Punk being in WWE. He was in developmental. And I heard all this ranting and raving about CM Punk. So I went and checked out him versus Samoa Joe, which I think is probably like, if I were to tell anybody to go watch a match from Ring of Honor, CM Punk versus Samoa Joe, 1 and 2. That's probably the first ones I come up with. And Bryan Danielson was just that guy there. Bryan Danielson, I think him and Kenny Omega and Johnny Gargano had a match in Ring of Honor in like 2009, something like that.
I don't know.
Instead of Bryan, it might have been Seth. I can't remember, but
I think I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah.
I have to look that up though.
Yeah. Well, no, that was a fun match too. It was dope to see, like, because at the time when I came across it, like Kenny was like the top star in AEW. Like Seth was the main man in WWE, and Johnny Gargano was that dude in NXT. So like to see those guys pass cross before they even became to really be known like that was kind of dope. Like I like seeing it.
Hell yeah.
So, shout out to Ring of Honor. I hope they figure it out. I hope it's not dead and gone. Apparently they're looking to sell their tape library. So
you know what that means?
Yeah.
Just count them days up.
It's somebody about to walk in there with their chest out with the power walk, fixing the suit.
How much power?
Goddamn pal, how much do you want to give me that library for? Hey, I wouldn't be mad at it. They can get everything except All In. They don't need All In. They can let AEW take that.
Yeah.
But all the other stuff, I mean, damn near WWE's whole roster is from Ring of Honor anyway.
Right.
And then when Bryan Danielson come back, when that that's not gonna happen at some point. His Hall of Fame package is gonna need some of them Ring of Honor highlights in it. So
that's true.
We need that. We got Seth Rollins, got his highlights, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's true.
Sami Zayn, if they want to recognize him, and El Generico being the same person.
Right.
Never know. What else we got, man? You watch Dark Side of the Ring?
So I didn't see the newest one. I saw, which one did I watch? The one with Luna Vachon. I gotta watch the Steroid Trial one. I got that on the DVR next.
Yeah, the Steroid Trial one. I mean, there's no new information provided unless you didn't really know about some of the stuff. Hulk Hogan, they said Terrence was buying them motherfuckers up though. So, and what I wanted to do, I wanted to wear a suit and get a neck brace and be Vince McMahon on the show today, but I couldn't think of where I could find a neck brace in time. So I would have did it though. I big would have did it. I caught up and watched the Extreme Pro Wrestling one. XPW, whatever it stood for. That shit was dumb as hell. Like I fell asleep watching it. And if for the fact that New Jack wasn't interviewed, I would not care to continue watching it. But just for New Jack, I'm gonna pick back up with it. Basically, the dude that ran XPW was a porn star, and he was working with Paul Heyman and ECW. ECW got their TV deal with TNN and was like, all right, we can't have this porn star dude on our content or else we'll lose his TV deal. So they kind of just like parted ways with him. He's like, oh, fuck you too, Paul Heyman. I'm gonna start my own shit. And so he starts his own promotion. It was basically a porn / wrestling promotion. They one of the guys that interviewed one of the editors for their wrestling DVDs, he was told that he could not get paid for his wrestling duties if he did not edit a whole bunch of porn as well. And this ain't the typical like regular schmegular type porn. This was some like horror type porn, like the shit that is just extremely just taboo and niche and porn, like the type of stuff that just I don't know how people can get off to it type stuff. So much in fact that the guy, I forgot his name, first name started with an R, so bad that this guy and his wife were indicted for distribution of obscene content because they were distributing porn that depicted like murder and sexual assault, and they was like sending it cross country, which is illegal. But they got off, and they did not serve any time. I think they just had like to pay a fine and shit. So white people getting off, yeah, you know, type stuff. But yeah, if it wasn't for New Jack, I would not continue watching this documentary because I was just like, this is some stupid ass shit. Because you know how I feel about death matches. I hate this dumbest shit ever.
It's not for me.
Nah,
not at all.
So that's how I felt about 20 minutes that I caught it.
And that's one of like the biggest reasons why I don't really care to watch it, because it's like I said this before.
It's also the third deathmatch episode they've done this season too. So.
Yeah, it's like it's clearly some market for it. People go out and they watch it. It's got some like cult following to it. I don't see the appeal. That's me. I'm not gonna shit on it, but it's like I'm not. You can't pay me to sit down and watch that shit for 20 minutes, half hour of this just breaking glass and cutting everybody open, like
stabbing with forks,
head to toe. Yeah, the light fixtures and all this other shit. It's like I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I don't need all that in my wrestling. I really don't.
Like when it's rare, it's fine. Like
yeah,
but like all the time, if that's what your bread and butter is, right from. Nah, I can't mess with it.
It's like over and over and over again. Nah, come on, man.
But yeah. Anyway, next up, I'm going to continue to watch NXT UK because I have not watched NXT UK in months. Big shout out to my guy Noam Dar, new NXT UK Heritage Cup champion, beat my guy Tyler Bate this past week. Noam Dar has been killing it for like a year. Every time I turned on NXT UK, this dude was just doing something else, and he deserves it, man. He's been busting his ass in this company for the last 5 years. He deserves it. Was in one of the worst angles that one of my favorite wrestlers has ever been involved in, Sasha Banks and Cedric Alexander.
I did forgot about
that. There's Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. God damn them.
Oh my God.
So yeah, he deserves it, man. I love it. I love to see it. So, and they got brothers in NXT UK challenging for the tag titles this past week. So this upcoming week, excuse me. Which I knew it was brothers in NXT UK, but like they were lower card. I didn't know that they put the brothers on TV finally. So I'm definitely gonna start watching now.
I didn't know they was there at all.
No, it's just one brother. His name is Ashton Smith. He's one of them that's competing. He got a tag partner. I forget his tag partner name. Ashton Smith looks like a taller Ricochet who says bloke a lot. No, like look him up. He looked similar to Ricochet. Not just like Ricochet, but like he looked similar to him, like similar tattoo and everything.
Oh man.
I saw him a couple years ago. I was like, oh shit, it's not Ricochet. Yeah. Let's move on to Halloween Havoc. The Toxic Attraction prophecy is complete. Like I said, and it took less time to Undisputed Era. Don't he?
Yo. Oh man. Yo. That's Ricochet 2.0.
I swear. I don't think he wrestled like him though.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm watching NXT UK this week.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But the Toxic Attraction prophecy is complete. It took way less time than it did for the Undisputed Era prophecy. That shit took like 2 years. This one took 2 months. So let's read these Halloween Havoc results here. Toxic Attraction, they win the women's tag team titles in a Scareway to Hell ladder match, defeating Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. Io Shirai took a fucking plunge. It was crazy. Indy Hartwell and Persia Parada also in that match. Joe Gacy defeats Malik Blade. So yeah, Joe Gacy is an interesting character. Shout out to everybody getting worked by this character. It's doing this fucking job. I love it. I like when people get worked. Like you don't see that it's a completely satirical character and you're falling for it. So good. That means he's doing a great job portraying this character. Roderick Strong defeated Odyssey Jones. Your big ass is not 205 pounds, with all due disrespect. Mandy Rose wins the women's championship in a Chucky's Choice trick or street fight match, defeating Raquel Gonzalez with help from Dakota Kai, who is dressed like the Grim Reaper. So glad to see Dakota back. Thought she was going up to SmackDown, so I don't know what happened with that, but
yeah. But I'm not mad at it.
No, I ain't mad at it either. Imperium, they win the NXT Tag Team Championships, defeating MSK. So I want to say them and Mustache Mountain are the only teams to win both NXT and NXT UK tag titles.
I think so.
Can't think of nobody else.
Yeah.
Shout out to Imperium. So we just need Walter. Like Walter, bring your ass over here too, man.
It's time. It's
like you can, like Walter, you can come over to America for like 3 months and just be on TV every week. Not every single week, but like frequently over the course of 3 months. Like, come on.
It's your fashion, man.
Like your boy's been over here busting their ass. You came over here once, lost your belt, and went back to wherever you was at.
Sometimes you gotta.
I forgot Walter lost the title. Like, I'm over here talking about Cesaro could beat Walter for the belt. I forgot. That means I ain't watching NXT UK in so long. So like, I need to be on my shit.
Yeah, it's Dragon off or whatever. But yeah, like some things you gotta macro manage. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be zooming all your orders across the sea. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come through and straighten this shit out sometimes.
Facts, big facts. In the main event, which shocker to me, you were right. Tommaso Ciampa retains against Braun Breaker. So yeah, they own it with Braun Breaker though.
Oh yeah.
This man is going to be on the UK tour. Was it this week? Next week?
I think so. I want to say it's this week.
They got him and Ciampa running it on the UK tour. Like, that's some trust right there.
Yeah.
And we're getting Walter and Cesaro on that tour as well.
Oh.
Which, what show is Cesaro on? SmackDown?
Yeah. SmackDown.
Walter need to be on motherfucking SmackDown facing Cesaro when they're in the UK, whenever they are. And if Cesaro and Walter don't have a match on television from Manchester, from Nottingham, from Blackpool, from London, wherever. I done transition into a Wakandan accent on accident. So, yeah. No, I need to see Walter and Cesaro on television. Like, don't tell me this match is taking place and then I can't see it. That's fucked up.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have a real attitude finally to see that.
And y'all better not take down no videos that may go up on YouTube with the whole match.
That too.
I want to see this match some way, somehow.
Like even if you gotta send Cesaro back to NXT to make it happen, I don't care. I think
you know how I said Walter should come over to America for 6 months and run it. Cesaro need to take his ass over there for a few months and run it. 3 months, I mean. 3 months of Cesaro, NXT UK. You know what? NXT UK is pre-recorded. He don't even got to go there the full 3 months. He can go there for a TV taping or two and then bounce.
Yeah, that's all.
So, hey, cut the check, man. I want to see a whole bunch of different stuff. Y'all say y'all listen to the fans, and y'all do listen to the fans sometimes. Like, I ain't gonna be like these people out here acting like y'all don't listen to fans at all. You do, but like, listen to us some more. And in the words of the great Dave Bautista, star of the #1 film at HBO Max, Dune, give me what I want. I have not watched Dune yet. You seen Dune?
I haven't.
I need to watch. I heard it was long.
Yeah. I got HBO Max too, so I'm like looking at it.
I might have to watch it in segments.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna do it. I don't think I can sit through watching the whole thing.
Like one of the long movies that I don't know nothing about. So like you gotta.
It took me 3 days to watch Halloween Kills. I kept falling asleep. So like Dune, I know it's gonna take me a while to watch.
That wasn't even that long. That was like an hour 40, hour 45.
Yeah, because like when I got back on it, it was just like, oh, it's over already. I've seen most of the movie. Right? Halloween Havoc. Who had the best costume?
Ooh, man.
We had Robert Stone dressed like Elvis. Cameron Grimes had the astronaut fit.
Yeah, that made sense. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this was what they was going for. Mello and Trick.
It was Tupac. Like Tupac. Yeah, it was Tupac in the How Do You Want It video, I think.
Yeah, I gotta give him that one.
Yeah, that's my pick. Because like at first I didn't know what they was doing, and I was like, these niggas dressed like Gangstalicious, but
right.
So I was kind of upset. I was like, why would y'all dress like Gangstalicious? But it clicked after a while. Like, oh, they're Tupac.
Yeah.
I like Johnny Gargano dressed like Dexter Loomis too. That was funny.
Fact.
Dressed like his son-in-law.
It-
That was adorable. What show we want to talk about next, man?
Oh, let's get SmackDown out the way.
SmackDown. Yeah, like SmackDown's my favorite show, but like when you don't put Roman Reigns on my television because it's on FS1 and it's like, all right, you're not hyping up the FS1 move this time. You got a pretty boring show. But I do want to talk about Kofi Kingston getting knighted. That was fun. Probably the best segment on the show. That segment was hilarious. Shout out to them. And then the Usos came out, and then like I was like, oh hell yeah. Because you know I like me some Usos and New Day. That's probably one of my favorite feuds of all time.
They do not miss.
They don't miss. I can't remember. I think it was Michael Cole brought up the street fight they had in Las Vegas back in 2017. And like before I saw Edge and Seth at SummerSlam, that street fight was the best match I've seen in person. It's like that was a fun ass match.
Yeah, that was fun.
I think the New Day won the titles in that match too. So like I saw a title change and everything. Yeah. So we got to see New Day and Usos again. They did not miss. We also got an open challenge from Drew McIntyre. And Mustafa Ali answered. So he likes answering open challenges on SmackDown. It's like, remember he did that with Daniel Bryan back like a couple years ago. I was there for that one too. And like nobody, I don't think, knew who Mustafa Ali was, but like I watched 205 Live, so I like Mustafa Ali. I was happy to see him. I didn't know they moved him to SmackDown because they announced it earlier in the day. I just didn't know. So like this dude comes out, answers the challenge.
I knew who he was. I think it was like when he had like a kind of a slightly different gimmick at the time. But like I just kind of recognized him like, oh, okay, I seen him like once or twice. Like I couldn't regularly watch the show. They couldn't get me to do it. But the little bit I had seen, it was like him and I think he was like in a tagging with somebody at the time or something like that.
Probably. They had to makeshift tag teams in 205.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Honestly, the only reason I watched 205 Live was because I went to a show in Wilkes-Barre, and right after that, they ran the little 205 Live show when most people left, and that was the introduction
before the dark match.
Only one. Yeah. Actually, no, it was after the dark. I think. No, it was before. But yeah, that was my introduction to Only Looking, Danny Burch, and they had a fire ass match. And ever since then, I was like, okay, I'm watching this at least a little bit. When they on, I'm watching because the boys is dope.
2019, it was an episode of 205 Live. Shout out to Chris Bay. He was on 205 Live in Vegas. He lost to Aria Daivari, and then the next match after that, it was Oni Lorcan versus I can't remember, but this is when like I had a little bit of hope for the youth because this kid was in front of me. He was like 3 years old. Oni Lorcan came out, and this kid immediately was like, and I'm like, hell yeah. How you know who Oni Lorcan is? That means your dad is teaching you something. Your dad be watching 205 Live. His dad was throwing up the one with him too. I was like, that's good parenting right there. So, yeah, SmackDown, we had that. But this direction that Mustafa Ali is currently going in, looks like they're venturing to the old reliable foreigner Muslim gimmick of you don't fucking like me because of my name is Ali. And which is like, I remember that Mustafa Ali was kind of like, he liked being able to portray a character that didn't venture into that. That was a few years ago. Now, I guess, to me, it's just like, he's like, fuck it. Ain't nothing else been working out for my career here. I might as well just do it. And I feel like he shouldn't have to resort to that if that's the case. So I'm going to reserve my judgment until I see more of what direction this is going in. But like, if it's in the direction I think it's going in, I don't like it. I feel like that's played out. I don't think people care about. I think when people become more and more aware of just how fucked up I'm getting to my Joker mode, the US is, I don't think people care about these foreign characters coming in talking shit about America, because like at some point everybody got to be like, you know what, he right, America is fucked up. He kind of justified feeling the way he feels.
But that
Muhammad Hassan was right.
Oh yeah, of course. But it's like now in 2021, where it's like
that's why nobody liked the Cody promo, because it's just like, nigga, U.S. nationalism in this society, no.
Yeah. And it's like you can't really dig into it too much because you got to worry too much about offending people in today's day and age. It's like you can't go too much in, and you can't go too high or too low with it. Like there's no way to really make it stick the way you need to make it stick. Like you can't draw enough heat with this character safely to make it work. So it's like, why bother in today? The present day.
Nah, like I said, we'll see. And hopefully this upcoming week on SmackDown, I think they're back on Fox, the World Series. Hold on, let's just check in on the World Series, because I want y'all to see my reaction if if a certain team in the World Series lost, a certain team who likes to cheat in the World Series. You know what I mean? See my reaction if they lost. So let's see here. Let's see, did they lose? Where the game at? Damn, they're up by 2 runs, bottom of the 6th. So no live reaction from me yet. Yeah. Maybe the game's still on. By the time this episode's over with, I'll tap in with y'all. But yeah, hopefully, I don't think the World Series should be going on Friday. SmackDown should be back on his regular channel, and Roman Reigns should be back on his normal show. Yeah, SmackDown without Roman Reigns is kind of boring.
Yeah, and that's why I said too. I'm like, I'm not totally mad I didn't go to the show, because Wilkes-Barre only like 45 minutes from me. I could have went up to this show, and the tickets was cheap. So that was another sign to me, like, okay, this show probably ain't gonna hit like that. Yeah. And sure enough, they waited till they went off the air to give us some Roman Reigns. And he was probably just chilling for the most part anyway, because it was a 6-man tag. It's like when they advertise it in the commercial.
Paul Heyman in the match.
He had like a.
I seen that video.
Yeah, they tagged him in and he tripped over the ropes and got beat down. But yeah, it's like when they advertise, like, oh yeah, they SmackDown or Raw is coming to your town and stuff like that, and they tell you what the main event is. I'm like, okay, so this ain't gonna be on TV, because they didn't even promote it the week before. So once we got there, I'm like, all right, we're gonna be in for a long night.
Yeah, this made me think, is SmackDown really good, or is just that Roman Reigns is on the show and that makes it good? Now I was questioning this whole past year, have I really been enjoying this show for the show, or am I enjoying it because of the champion? Is SmackDown really as good of a show as you like to make it out to be?
You know what? It might. It was. I'll say it was. I think it's about to go downhill a little bit. But you had Roman, of course, but then you had, the nice side,
the women
stories. Like, well, there's the women, once Bianca and Sasha was killing it. But then you had Seth and Edge. Yeah. You had Big E and Apollo. Like, all that was going on. Now they're all on Raw. Yeah. And on SmackDown, it's like it's Roman and
you got Drew McIntyre.
Drew was there, but it ain't hitting the same now. Like you got Hit Row now, so that's gonna be good. Yeah, you get them into the mid card quick. That'll turn into something. But I don't know. They hit the reset button, so it might take a minute before it gets back to being like where it's at.
Yeah. So,
but it was mostly Roman. I'll say
mostly Roman. Yeah, I agree. Raw, Monday Night Raw. We kicked it off with the champion, Big E, coming out, basically saying like, who's next?
No, he didn't say that.
Seth Rollins comes out, and I'm like, hey, I called that last week on our show. That was quick. Seth Rollins comes out. Rey Mysterio comes out. And then like a whole bunch of other guys came out who Seth Rollins just can't beat in a one-on-one contest. Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. Can't beat those guys when it matters. I ate my words by the end of the night because not Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville comes out and makes a number one contender ladder match between the four guys, and Seth Rollins wins that, and he ended up beating the guys when it mattered. That I said 2 hours ago that he couldn't beat when it mattered. He made me eat my words. And we finally also getting Becky and Bianca tomorrow. I guess Seth and Big E is also tomorrow too. So both of those matches should be fun. I see one of those belts changing hands by the end of the night. I don't know which one. Because like Big E losing the title would not shock me. And then like getting it back from Seth. My man Seth been losing a lot, man.
I guess, but I don't know if they really want to do Seth and Roman in Survivor Series. That's really what it's going to come down to. You draw more from doing that, but I mean, Big E and Roman is something that we want to see. So I don't see any reason of messing that up. You know, you could change, you could switch up the title after that, no problem. I'm cool with that, but let me give Roman and Big E one good time and see what happens there.
Big meaty man slapping me.
Exactly. Ain't no titles on the line, so technically Roman could lose, even though I doubt it. But you know, let me get it first.
Only reason I say this, man, y'all had Seth and Roman on the same show for a year. And these dudes interacted about maybe 3 times, if that. I can't really recall them interacting more than twice.
Yeah.
So like, y'all made us think we would get that at some point because they were both at the top of the card on the same show. They both the alpha dog, and they didn't really interact much. Not even 2 egos colliding of an interaction. It just wasn't nothing. So like, y'all kind of owe us that. Y'all kind of owe us that.
It was that what was it? That match he had where the Usos interfered and stuff like that, and he at the Roman was like, yo, get your mans, because you know they're not acting right. That was like a brief moment, and then I think by the next week they completely forgot about it.
I know they had another one backstage, but come on, man. Yeah. Like Big E Roman, I kind of saw that a few weeks ago. Like Seth and Roman, I ain't seen it in a while. It's been a couple years. So, and I ain't seen with these guys being current Seth and Roman. Like this Seth and Roman now, not the same Seth and Roman from 2018 was probably the last time they faced off against each other. 2017. Around then.
2016.
Whenever it was.
They had Money in the Bank. They had that match with when all 3 of them won the belt in the same night. It was Roman came in.
That would make sense because Seth was babyface for like 3 years after that. So yeah, it's been about 5 years.
Yeah.
Run that. And that was Raw. So Raw should be good tomorrow. Got 2 big title matches. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. And AEW. Let's talk about AEW. This is I want y'all to mark this down on your calendars. October 31st, 2021. Young Kings Wrestling episode 113. I said a lot of good things about All Elite Wrestling. I said a lot of good things about it. Because we kicked it off. Dustin Rhodes versus Bryan Danielson. AEW. Was that last week? This is in my notes still. Was it last week?
I think that was.
My bad. It definitely was last week. Shit.
Yeah.
See, I thought I updated my notes. My bad. But still.
Players fuck up.
Yeah. My mic changed up. I don't know what happened to my mic. My mic switched. Let me get it back. Now I don't remember what kicked off this episode of Dynamite, but I do know there was a Cody Rhodes segment. Him and Arn Anderson are in the ring cutting a promo, and I'm just thinking, man, it was starting to go the direction of the typical Cody Rhodes promo because he started like making very sly references to 2003 Triple H, and I was like, you don't need to do that. Like, you don't need to do that.
Please don't.
And it kind of shifted in another direction. So I was like, you ever seen Fallen with Denzel?
Yeah.
You know that Denzel gif where he's just like yeah. that's from Fallen. That's how I was. That was a depiction of me at the time. He shifted the promo in another direction. I was like, thank God, I couldn't have dealt with that. Because the whole point of this new Cody was just like him finding some self-awareness. So I didn't want them to venture back into that. But we get that interrupted by Andrade El Idolo, and then Malachi Black comes out, and we got Zelina Vega, her real husband and her former work husband teaming up together. I remember those guys used to be on TV back to back between each other last year. They used to always have them going back to back, which is I didn't understand it. But yeah, they came out, and then Pat comes out, and I'm like, yo, this is a tag team match I really want to see. So I'm gonna need that. But this week we getting Andrade El Idolo versus Cody. So that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy that. Because Cody,
the right thing.
All intents and purposes, is how I feel about Cody Rhodes on a typical day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Cody Rhodes, I think, is a good talent. He just kind of need to chill the fuck out sometimes. Yeah, like he a good talent. He a talent that think he better than he is. I think that's the best way I can put it.
That's putting it mildly, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes insists upon himself, and I don't stand for it. But no, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say that wrestling is not better with Cody Rhodes in it. I just don't care for the man that much. That's all. Especially now that he has been insisting upon himself. But when it comes to this week, do the right thing. You know what the right thing is.
Yeah. Especially due to the fact that Andrade think this is his like second match on Dynamite, and he's been around for over 4 months. So
right.
5 months, actually. I think it's like his 4th total match in AEW since he debuted.
It's ridiculous.
So yeah, Cody, do the right thing. You didn't do the right thing last week. Do the right thing this week. Because y'all know Andrade, my favorite wrestler. I got paint in my beard.
And see, I'm scared about it too, because he just came back after Arn done, slapped him around and burned his clothes and took him to Glock school and all this other shit. Now all of a sudden he come back, he got this new fire to him, and now it's like I'm scared he's gonna go on a run and win a bunch of matches, and I don't need Andrade to be in that rotation of people that he beat. So I'm gonna say it again. Do the right thing.
Already beat Malachi twice. Yeah. Andrade needs this one. What's up?
I thought it was once.
Beat him twice.
It was the first time.
You beat him the first time? No, he didn't.
No,
beat him the second time. Who won the second time?
It was Malachi.
Cody won the feud.
He only won the third match.
Oh, did he? Well, yeah. Cody won the feud. Usually when you win the third match, that's it. You win the feud. Like the feud, it ain't over, but it's over.
I mean,
you see how much I keep track of what Cody Rhodes be doing?
Listen,
I'm losing track.
It's still 2-1. That's what I got it for.
Oh, he shouldn't have lost that last match, is what I'm saying.
I agree. I was not with it.
Even so lose this match. Yeah, the match was dope. I like the match. Yeah. Like I said, Cody not a bad wrestler. Like,
no.
him and Dustin at Double or Nothing, that was a good match. I enjoyed it. I don't think it was like people talking about, oh, this match is so great. I didn't think that. I thought it was really good. Like, Cody's not bad. Like, I remember Cody. I used to go to like house shows, WWE, and like Cody would be very exaggerated, like when he does things at house shows. It was actually funny to me. So like that's kind of like I like dashing Cody Rhodes. I like that. But like at some point, his dad died and he kind of lost his marbles a little bit, clearly.
Yeah, like honestly, to me, that was, at least in WWE, that was the best work he did, was that dashing Cody Rhodes gimmick.
Oh,
like he
easily.
could make any gimmick work. Like he made Stardust work, but like in terms of like what he did in WWE that got going and really had a future with, like the dashing Cody Rhodes gimmick, that had legs, but they changed like the seasons over there.
I was on the internet when they called this man a created wrestler.
Oh man!
Like they called this man the default template for your created wrestler on your WWE Raw vs SmackDown game.
That's terrible.
Like that's how bland this man was when he first started, and then he got with Legacy. They started doing the dashing Cody Rhodes, and then Rey Mysterio broke his nose for real, and he was able to incorporate that into that gimmick and made it even better. So the guy's a talent. Yeah. I'm very it's Halloween. I'm very complimentary of Cody today. You know how weird this is? I'm going to be complimentary of the fucking Elite because these guys came out in costume and it was appropriate for once that they were in costume and fucking around. And it was actually appropriate because it's Halloween. Any other time, I'll be mad. Cause like, why y'all dressed? Like, if they came out on a random ass non-Halloween episode dressed like the Ghostbusters, I would have been so like, the fuck are y'all doing? But it's Halloween. Now, I don't know if they remembered there was a black Ghostbuster. Hello?
It was, yeah. Indeed.
Who was the black Ghostbuster in this crew? Adam Cole?
Oh man, listen, we all know I fucked heavy with Adam Cole, but nah, bro. And he's the only one out of that group I even care about. But no, I'm sorry.
He was the tannest one. That's why I said it. Man was out there looking like Taz.
Oh God.
Shout out to Adam Cole though, man.
Thanks.
But yeah, Hangman Page was in the Stay Puft Marshmallow costume. That was fun. I like stupid shit like that. Like, y'all know I like little goofy shit like that. My only issue is everybody, they was loving that shit. I know if an episode of Raw ended like that, niggas would not like it. I just want to keep that same energy. I like WWE, they do stupid shit like that. I like it.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't, I already know. Like,
hey, they do stupid shit like that all the time, but like, I would appreciate it more. I also would appreciate if I didn't see the Elite versus the Dark Order anymore. And I also feel like our go home episode of AEW Dynamite is coming up soon. And Kenny Omega, Hangman Page haven't really interacted at some point. Like this would have been a perfect time for Hangman Page to take that costume off and run up on Kenny. But like, fam, you ain't touched Kenny once since this man beat your ass and put you out for like 2 months. I just want to know like what we got going on here. I'm gonna need y'all to interact at some point. This is supposed to be like the big crowning moment for Hangman, and it should be. And it's kind of heatless right now. Like y'all killed the heat back in August when it was at its hottest. and y'all haven't like lit that flame back up yet. So we got about, I think, 2 more episodes of Dynamite, maybe 1. I'm not sure.
So wait, full gear is in what middle of November or something?
The 13th.
Oh shit!
So
man, I thought we had
2
more
weeks
time.
from now.
Oh man.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now. Saturday, November 13th.
Yeah. So y'all gotta get on this shit.
It's about 2 episodes left. So
yeah, I was supposed to have.
If you know what you're doing, you can heat it up on Wednesday and it'd be right back at it. I just got to do y'all know what to do.
Like I was supposed to have a bunch of promos by now. So
we had that one promo from Hangman. That's it.
Yeah, and that was just for him. Like just getting him over real quick. Like I gotta have those heated segments between the two of them. You gotta build some tension for this shit. Like, come on, man.
I don't even like how Kenny Omega is presented, really. Like, he the champion. He been champion for almost a year now. And when they come out with the Elite, this man be on the side. He be, like, in the back. Like, fam, you are the world champion. You need to be front and center of your faction. Like, Adam Cole shouldn't stand out more. And he does. And I think it's because Adam Cole, to certain audiences, was presented as more of a big deal than Kenny Omega has been presented. So like Adam Cole stands out more. I also think Adam Cole has that presence that he got, from being the understudy of probably 2 of the biggest standout guys in the history. So like that's Kenny Omega kind of got to play catch up a little bit. Like Adam Cole has that, he doesn't. And I don't like that. It's your world champion. He needs to be front and center and presented as that big deal that he is. So that's my only beef I have with that. Like they don't really present him as well as, and then they tell us that he that nigga like that. And it's like, well, show me.
But is he a big deal? Like there's 2 things that really drive me up a wall when it comes to Kenny Omega, particularly since he's been champ. Number 1, he's overhyped. Like I get it, he's older, he's not New Japan Kenny anymore, but truthfully, ever since Kenny came to AEW, I've only seen maybe a handful of matches that made me say, "Oh, damn, that was really good."
Him and Hangman in Full Gear last year.
Yeah. The tag match that they had.
Revolution.
Revolution. Mm-hmm. Him and Brian, like
him and Mox.
That
lights out match.
Yeah, that was good. So, but it's like just a handful of those out of the 2.5 almost years that you've been doing this. Like, and the promos never hit for me. I'm just going.
No, this man is the worst promo out of any big star in America right now. He is bad.
Yeah, them promos do nothing for me whatsoever. So I don't know who was on that train, but y'all got to get off. But the second thing is he's had that title since February last year, right?
December.
How many times has he defend that belt?
He's defended it a lot. Like more than
in the first within the first year or the first like 6-7 months, I would say, like it was frequent. But then he did the belt collector gimmick, which thank God that's over. But
hey, hold on, real quick. I watched Impact this past week just to confirm, and nobody from AEW showed up. But like on Dynamite this past week, what made me really just see it for real? Gallows and Anderson were not on any promo material. They didn't even come out to the ring during this match. I was just like, it's really over. Continue, my bad.
It's about that time.
It's about damn time.
The belt collector thing happened, and we finally out of those woods. But it's like since then, now it's just like, I mean, the pay-per-views obviously, but I don't know. It does not feel like Kenny is the top guy that being the world champion makes you that guy on the roster, and it does not feel like that what it is with Kenny Omega. Like I say it all the time. Adam Cole is the only person in the elite that I care about because he is the star. When Kenny Omega is out there, Adam Cole, you know, Kenny just one of his bitches when Adam Cole is out there. You know what I'm saying? So that should be the case if you're the champ. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, those two things, I don't know. Kenny Omega is another dude to me now. That's really where I'm at. Kenny mid, bro. Kenny's mid. I'm just gonna say it. That's gonna get you some heat with some people that we know. I don't give a damn.
Midi Omega?
Midi Omega. There you go. Yeah. I'm saying it.
I've always felt that way. I have always felt that way, man. I just never saw it.
I understand now. I understand now.
Yeah, like
it took me having to sit down and watch regularly, but I see it now.
I've always felt that way, and I'm kind of it pissed me off because like I started to believe it that first month he was champion. Like that first month, I was just like, you know what? I kind of see it, not as much as y'all, but I kind of see it a little bit, and then it just went all downhill from there. So you know what? I was completely justified. Real quick, I just feel this ties along. We got an audit update as we close out. Is the end of the month in October, and yeah, the numbers was looking better than usual. But first, before I get into that, y'all know what the audit is about. I track and see how did Black people specifically, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't really care about how other people are represented on this show. I care about how my people are represented. Big E was on the Breakfast Club recently, talking about representation in WWE. That representation ain't really seen in AEW, so I gotta run the numbers. I gotta see, are they treating us right on television? Like we don't watch Dark Elevation. I don't count that as television. It's on YouTube. I don't count it as TV. Yeah. TV is Dynamite and Rampage. And I counted the buy-in. I count buy-ins for like pay-per-views and stuff, and I also counted the buy-in for Rampage earlier this month on my list. But before I get into that, I want to debut a new segment. I'm gonna do this weekly. We're gonna call it Court Jestin. We're gonna keep it up with the royal theme of Young Kings Wrestling. Court Jestin. I'm gonna just read off some tweets I've seen this past week. Tweets that just people's had audacity to post. Like shit just like, you really said that? Oh, I can't believe you said I really stupid opinions, stupid takes, shit I just find dumb. It'll be featured. Have a full handful of tweets here. I wanna read this one off. I thought this was funny because as I went to go wrangle this tweet earlier, I had to do some searching for it because this gentleman not only blocked us on Young Kings Wrestling, this man blocked me on my personal page that I have nothing about Young Kings Wrestling on either page at all. My personal page is not on the Young Kings Wrestling page at all. Young Kings Wrestling is not on my personal page at all. And this man still blocked my personal page because he did not like my response to him. So I had to wrangle this tweet. I'm not gonna give him any clout by reading off his name. Just know this man has a picture of Nick Jackson and a goatee as his avatar. So you already know his take is pretty shitty. He says, why does it seem like the talk about diversity in AEW is only limited to Black Americans? 2 question marks. 1, Black talents are there. And 2, why are we ignoring Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans? 2 question marks. Shall I advocate for George Joel to be on TV every week or else AEW is racist towards Indians? 2 question marks. That was his first tweet. Second tweet in the thread, diversity is now being used as an agenda against this company. How can y'all even come up with such brain dead takes? In response to that, someone says, Big E and Sasha Banks took years to become main eventers from scratch. Bobby Lashley, who was already main event material when he returned in 2018, became WWE champion in 2020. Kofi took 11 years. The fact that these people won't give AEW any time to build his black talent is bad faith. My response to that is it took them 5 months to build up Hangman Page to an audience who didn't really know who Hangman Page was. He was in a world title match on the first show. So that's a disingenuous argument right there. Another response in agreement to that, and this one came from a black person, so I was just really kind of shocked. He said, in agreement to the original tweet I read off, he said, I've been saying this for a while. It's performative. AEW is extremely diverse in its roster. It's the only company that has an openly gay black flamboyant performer in Sonny Kiss, a black trans woman in Nyla Rose. They've had Spanish and Asian champions, as well as prominent roles for all. That's disingenuous because the fact is, at the time of that tweet on October 25th, Sonny Kiss had not been on TV for 370 days. That was on Monday, I think it was, last Monday, that tweet came out. So Sonny Kiss still has not been on TV since, so it's been about 377 days.
I'll do you one better. When's the last time either of them were on TV?
Nyla Rose was on TV this month. Sonny Kiss has not been on TV for over 8 years. The last time he was on TV, he lost to Kenny Omega in about 25 seconds on Dynamite. That episode of Dynamite, that was the MJF Jericho musical episode. So yeah, remember how long ago that was? That was the last time you seen Sonny Kiss on television.
I don't remember seeing Nyla Rose on TV. Is what I'm saying.
She was on Rampage.
Okay.
Yeah, she was on Rampage earlier this month.
But the fact that I have to go back and try.
Well, Nyla Rose has been on TV way more frequently than Sonny Kiss has.
Well, yeah. But I mentioned this when I had to go off on Mrs. All Lives Matter about her disingenuous, baseless, tone deaf ass tweet. I don't even acknowledge, the diversity within your company. I don't acknowledge that Nyla Rose was your first black champion in terms of women. So, I mean...
Scorpio Sky was the first black champion in general.
Yeah, but it's like, for a company that's so diverse, you named 2 people, and one of them, like you said, hasn't been on TV in over a year. So, yeah. Try again. That's all I'm saying.
Indeed. Also, I lost it. I got to pull it back up. Give me just a moment, and I'll pull this one up. This one I just thought was just hilarious. Someone says to Hit Row's debut on SmackDown about a week ago. So in response to the Crime Time 2.0 tweet, somebody says, first time I saw them on NXT thugging in the parking lot, I said the same thing. Thugging. Interesting. The original person that called them Crime Time 2.0 says, Vince McMahon loves these gimmicks for black people. Such an imagination. And then the person that they were conversing with says, it's crazy. Like NXT, they ruined Carmelo and thugged him out too. I can watch the news every day to see violent black people. I don't need to see it on wrestling. Now, a lot of people would just be like, God damn, that's the most racist shit. How dare you? And just like, with some outrageous type shit. Me, like, I've seen racism before. I've seen real racism before. I mean, that's not real racism right there. It's racist as fuck. But like, it's the funny type of racist. Like, it's the funny type of racism. You just gotta laugh at the audacity that somebody could say this. So I laughed at it. I chuckled, and I was just like, "That's funny. That's funny." Called him thugged out because he dressed like Tupac for Halloween. Like that's crazy.
Oh Lord, this racism is killing me inside.
I hate ignorant shit. I really hate ignorant shit because these people want to keep on with every time a black tag team comes out, it's Crime Time again. Did you see what Crime Time was when they first came out 15 years ago? Did you see what they were?
Crime Time was such a terrible stereotype that they had to release a PSA before they went on air telling people that, hey, this is just a skit for comedy. That's how bad it was. And this is like 06 when you could get away with doing shit like that. You didn't need to have a disclaimer. That's how fucking stereotypical and how much of a blowback that Crime Time would have gave them in 2006 that they had to do a PSA disclaimer on their website hours before the show went on air.
He had this group. So Crime Time was basically their namesake. They went around and just did petty crime. Basically, it was robbing people. They was selling people shit, doing whatever.
RP Shaq.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
My screen went crazy.
But see, and this is what I'm saying. I hate ignorant shit. Hit Row is a music group of people that actually make music. If you watched anything around Isaiah Swerve Scott, Top Dollar, B-Fab, they sit back in the studio and make music. Swerve got another track out that just dropped the other day. That man is a lyricist. He can spit real bars. Top Dollar can
spit real bars.
Real bars. Like bars you don't hear on WWE TV. So
now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
That's their gimmick. It don't got nothing to do with anything that Crime Time did whatsoever. It's a completely different gimmick. But because they're all black, they're Crime Time 2.0. And then we got Street Profits, right? Street Profits are just two guys with a lot of charisma. One a little more than the other, in fairness. But two guys with that charisma that have a nice catchphrase. So you compare them to Crime Time because of that. Like they say, we want the smoke. If you're not at on today's lingo or the culture today, we want the smoke means we trying to get into it. We trying to throw some hands and get into it with some people. That's what it is.
Trying to fight. We wrestling. Trying to fight.
And when you're in a wrestling promotion, the idea is you want to look for a fight. So if you got a tag team that don't want to fight, you kind of have a problem. It's counterproductive, wouldn't you say? So all these people that keep saying that a new black team comes up or a black faction comes up, it's Crime Time 2.0. Do your fucking research. Because I don't like ignorant shit. Like, I could brush this off, no problem. But when you don't know what the hell you're talking about, it kind of gets on my nerves. It really does. Like, they're nothing alike other than the fact that they were black. And to your point earlier, kind of shows your racism. You bitch.
I'm upset.
I'm counting it.
I was not planning on ranting either, but as soon as you said that tweet, I was like, oh shit.
Hey man, I just want to say, stop projecting your feelings onto Vince McMahon. Like, this is really how y'all feel. Like, stop putting that on Vince. This is how y'all feel about him. Because we don't know that man.
That's what I'm saying.
This man's hero is Martin Luther King. Like,
like, why do we assume
and
that's what he thinks?
I'm not saying that, like, you know, on some like, oh, he likes Martin Luther King, he can't be racist. Like, Martin Luther King is like the default guy that you use to try to prove you're not racist. But I'm just saying, like, this man legit is a stand for Martin Luther King. So I feel like, you know, he's always had black people featured on his shows. Like,
yeah.
And it's really, I think he's just playing to his audience. Like, he knows what his audience wants. His audience back then, like, that's what they expected to see black people like. I don't think that's more, you know, an indictment on him.
Listen, the only argument we've ever had when it came to Vince and
Booker T.
Black and not even that. Having black talent and more diverse talent, stuff like that. The only conversation we've ever had is when are you going to put them in the upper echelon? When you going to put them with the Hogans, the Cenas, the Stone Colds? That was the thing we wanted. And now in the past couple of years, we getting that. So it's like now that that's out the way, we don't have an issue no more. You know what I'm saying?
It took a long time, and
yeah.
And contrary to what these people saying, it took a long time, and we was on his ass for years about that. But we getting it now. It's not really much to complain about. Like, can we still be featured better? Yes, but like, you know, baby steps. It took them, like, we're doing it now, and it's like when they did it, it was kind of like Kofi broke that door down, and it made it a little bit more comfortable. So now, like, Bianca's getting featured more. Like they putting Sasha, like Sasha won the title before. She held this shit's like probably her longest reign before was maybe 3 weeks. So like now she got a reign for several months. She defended her title successfully. So like Sasha is getting put in a more prominent position. Bobby Lashley, you know how that is. And then Bobby Lashley loses to Big E. Like, so they're getting there. AEW, on the other hand, they're getting there too. Like, to be totally honest with you, this latest audit update, we can close this show out. October, they did pretty good this month. This is actually their best month of the year, showcasing our Black talent. 5 wins, which let me double check. I think is the most wins. Yes, it's the most wins Black people have had in All Elite Wrestling in 2021. 5 wins, 10 matches, 50% win-loss percentage. I'm gonna read these matches off, man. We appeared on 7 out of 10 televised between Dynamite and Rampage. Started off episode 1, October 1st, Rampage. Jade Cargill defeated Nyla Rose and Thunder Rosa. We get to the anniversary show of Dynamite. Nobody was on that, so that's one of the things I'll complain about, that they didn't feature no Black people on their big anniversary show. That's fine. October 8th, Rampage. That was the Black takeover on there. We had 4 matches on Rampage. 3 of those featured Black talent. We had the Lucha Bros defeated the Acclaim, so that's a loss. But we had 2 wins after that. Jade Cargill defeated Sky Blue. That sounds like one of somebody we could see on Matt Ritter's website. And us in the main event, we had a street fight for the FTW title. Ricky Starks defeated Brian Cage. I'll be counting Ricky Starks because he looked like he Black, so I don't know for sure, but he got some black blood.
Someone. You got that. That's that Dwayne Johnson Black.
Yeah, he got that. October 15th, Rampage buy-in. Bobby Fish defeated Lee Moriarty. I just want to say they made a big deal out of Lee Moriarty being signed because he was Black, and this man has been on YouTube ever since he got signed. Ain't been on TV once. You remember they was trying to hype up Lee Moriarty because it's like, oh, what you mean AEW don't sign Black people?
Oh my God.
This man been on YouTube. He only been on YouTube like twice. So like he barely did, like maybe 3 times. Anyway, October 15th episode of Rampage. We got that 6-man tag with Junior Dos Santos in Man of the Year. So Scorpio Sky on the winning team. Can't be mad at it. The next night on Dynamite, that Saturday night Dynamite, Malachi Black defeated Dante Martin. So we got an L right there. Black guy won, but he wasn't black. And then Penelope Ford defeated Kiera Hogan as well. So Kiera Hogan went to AEW, and I don't think she's won a match since she's been in AEW. The next week on Rampage, Orange Cassidy defeated Powerhouse Hobbs. On the fuck they were thinking. That was goofy. It was an eliminator tournament match. Hobbs maybe should have won this. This was his second singles loss to Orange Cassidy. He took an L to Orange Cassidy on Dark last year in 13 seconds. So not only did he lose to Orange Cassidy in 13 seconds, the next time they face each other, this man loses again. So I had an issue with that, but anyway, Next up, October 29th episode of Rampage, which was just the other night. Dante Martin defeated Matt Sydal. I want to watch that match. The match is probably good.
It was good.
Yeah, the last 2 episodes of Dynamite for the month of October, no black wrestlers are on that in a match at all, at least. Had some promos with Leo Rush, Dante Martin. I don't know if I can recall seeing a Jade Cargill promo on Dynamite at any point since that TBS title tournament promo they did last time.
Oh, the host title?
Yeah, the host title.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to complain, though, elsewhere, besides those little things. The representation was a lot better this month. It's really all I can ask for, man. So for the year, we have 69 matches. Nice. 24 wins, 45 losses. We're getting here.
I guess so.
So hopefully we can get to 30 before we can get to 50. 30 wins before the 50 losses. Not sure. Which means we have to, if we get 11 black wrestlers in matches, or 11 matches featuring black wrestlers, we need 6 wins and 5 losses. And we'll have a 30 and 50. But 6 out of 11, that's a winning record right there. So.
Yeah.
We'll see what the month of November holds for us, man. We should make a whole episode of Court Jestin.
We should. That's gonna be rant heavy.
Oh yeah. Which means we can only have like 4 tweets.
Cause like it's something about the discourse that just
it's like it's so egregious you can't stay away from it.
They just invigorate the indignation in me, and
this man said indignation.
It
just reminded me I got homework to do.
I'll be so calm before I hear that, and then the switch get flipped real quick, and it turned into a whole nother episode that I wasn't planning for.
This man said indignation though.
Yeah.
Like that's how you know you mad, when you use like big words.
This is what happens, man. I try to be calm.
That is asinine.
Somebody just wants me to be angry.
Don't be angry.
I try not to, but they just want this out of me. I don't know what to tell y'all, man.
I don't know either. Well, I do know. This is Young Kings Wrestling Podcast, and we have reached the end of our journey here. And Sovereign Soundboard will be back next week, coming back from vacation. Spooky Soundboard. He says, he'll see y'all next year, man, maybe. We'll Spooky Soundboard might come back with a BBL, might look a little different. might sound a little different.
Oh, no.
It might be a different spooky sound next year. I don't know.
Oh, no. The BBL. Just be yourself.
Man, yo, I seen like the worst BBL on my timeline this past week, man. And that shit looked terrible. And then like she was just going in on people that was clowning her BBL. And it was just all bad. And it was just like, this is why I stay off Twitter a lot. Because it's like get that weak ass off my timeline.
I swear to you, the funniest day, maybe of the year, was when they thought Facebook and Instagram was gonna shut down forever. And people getting on Twitter, and I see somebody be like, yo, y'all spent all that money on BBLs for nothing.
It's funny. They do that for Instagram though.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, oh man, that's cold as hell, but it's true.
That's funny, man. Hey, plug your socials, Rick.
Oh man. So y'all can find me at WreakHavoc24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, y'all go check out the Havoc Hour on all the same streaming platforms that you find Young Kings Wrestling. For the video versions, you can find us on YouTube as well. Check out the Instagram page, _ the Havoc Hour _ I'm thinking of changing that because I ain't crazy about the underscores. But anyway, got a bunch of
get
content
clunky,
up
man.
there. Yeah. I'm only it just reminds me of, how much
MySpace.
Instagram. Well, not even that. It just reminds me how much Instagram some hoes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know. If you know, you know. But yeah, go check it out. I got some new content up there. Just some movie reviews. Talking Halloween part 1, going through the franchises. We also did a review for Halloween Kills and Candyman. Did a couple episodes of sports at PFL Media Day and covering the championships, things like that. So all that is up right now. You can check that out. I might be shooting part 2 of the Halloween franchise discussion tonight. See how that goes. But yeah.
Again, I won't be there.
Yeah, well, we got you tabbed in for night.
Get me in on the nightmare joints. I've been catching up on the nightmares on Peacock. Hopefully, since it's Peacocktober, they don't take them down, and I'm asked out, so I have to find out how to watch them elsewhere. But yeah, I've been watching. I watched 1 through 3, so I need to catch up.
I've been catching. They were on Sci-Fi too, so I went and watched a couple of those.
So they might not take them off if it's on Sci-Fi. If they got the rights to them, they might keep them on there. They need some content. I heard they lost a lot of money this past quarter.
Ooh. Shit.
Or at least the first. I think I don't know. I don't know what quarter it was. I think it was this past quarter. They said they lost a lot of money, like 50 million, something like that. It's a lot of money.
Damn.
Maybe 5 million. I don't know. It was something like that. So keep them horror movies on there. You got a lot of content for people to watch. Like you can't just reel people in with The Office and WWE. Like that ain't gonna keep nobody around. It'll keep me around because I like both. But like your everyday average person, I don't know. I am the thespian TC Fontaine. I don't dress like the Joker all the time, but I am today. Follow me on Instagram at tc.fontaine. You can follow me on Twitter at tcfontaine. Shout out to Reggie. I was Reggie, my other costume, Mr. 24/7, the champion, the 24/7 champion, not our Mr. 24/7, but old flipping Reggie, formerly known as hashtag side nigga Reggie, but now he has made a name for himself as a 24/7 champion. So I had to show him some love. Everybody told me I look like Reggie all the time, so I dress like Reggie. I got the seal of approval from the man himself earlier today. So that was fun. Also, I seen Drew Gulak and Isaiah Swerve Scott like my costume as well. I crept through his likes to see who liked it. So shout out to that.
Swerve City Podcast, Young King.
July 2022, man.
Just saying. Been saying it. The people want it. It's gonna be fire. Just gonna keep throwing that out there. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, so follow me, man. I said I was gonna have another Instagram page. I'm not ready yet. So maybe next week.
I ain't even look.
I'm still making a logo. Like I ain't decided on my logo yet. This is a page for my photography. So that's all that is. Post my photos there. I don't ever post my photos, so I figured maybe I should just make a separate Instagram. That's the only reason I ain't posting my photos. I kind of don't want to clutter up my main Instagram with a whole bunch of shit. Like it's already cluttered. That's why I don't post anyway. I don't like cluttered Instagrams. Like my Instagram used to be extremely cluttered, like with memes from like 2012. I deleted all them. It's real loose now. So I will let y'all know when that time comes, I'll post my photos and y'all can tell me whether my photos are good, whether my art is garbage. I'll take constructive criticisms. If you want to tell me it's garbage, okay, tell me what I can do better. But follow us at YK Wrestling everywhere except Instagram. They some hoes. You can follow us on Instagram at YK Wrestling _. Just started posting on Instagram a lot more recently. Went to Versus Pro Wrestling last night. They had their Nightmare at the Boulevard Halloween show. I don't know if you guys are too familiar with a lot of indie wrestlers. Shout out to D-Rogue, came in dressed like Dr. Octopus, lost to Spider-Man in a battle royal. So it's fun.
Keep it cannon.
It was multiple Spider-Men. It was a Spider-Verse up at the mall.
Keep it cannon.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Dr. Octopus beat every Spider-Man except one. There's too many Spider-Man to handle.
Hey, man. Somebody got to do it.
Spider-Man casting couch. Oh, wrong show. Wrong. Young Kings Wrestling. And we are out of here. Gone.